To increase your wealth, you need to have a wealth plan. But how do you get started? I know myself, before I understood what a wealth plan was, before I understood how to create wealth, I thought I just needed to work harder. I was always willing to work 2 or 3 jobs if I had to, but I found down the road, I worked a lot. I made decent money, but I didn't have anything that was increasing my wealth, if that makes sense. And that's what we're taught to think, that work harder, get a promotion, put your money in a 401k, and when you retire, it'll all be sitting there. And that's not true for everyone. What I want to talk about today is how you can start your own wealth plan. And basically, to create wealth, you need to have money. I know you're thinking, well, of course, why not I just go get another job, right? You can find the money within your living circumstances right now, and that's what I want to teach to you. Robert Kiyosaki said that money makes money. He says treat money as your employees. The more you work them, the more you will make. So once you make that money by using other money and creating investments with that money, that creates more money. So it's kind of like a snowball effect, but you have to start someplace. I know myself, I always thought that, well, those people who are rich, they probably had somebody give them a bunch of money. And if you do a little bit of research, most people did not have it given to them. They did start with nothing, just like you and me. The first step in creating wealth is you have to start an account, which you could call a wealth capture account or a savings account, where you're not going to touch it. This is your money that's going to be invested to create cash flow in various different ways. That's not what this video is about. It's about getting the money and getting that mindset and getting started. And then from there, you can start doing some research. So what is this savings account? Typically, I would recommend you put 10 to 15% of your income into that. Pay yourself first before you pay anything else. Now you're probably saying, yes, but I never have anything left at the end of the month. Start backwards. Pay yourself first and then pay everything else with what's left. And you'll be amazed at how everything will just kind of budget itself out. Now, some of you, I know when I was very young, I was lucky to come up with $50. Do what you can. Put aside something and stick to that plan, and then keep increasing it until you get to that 15%. And then I don't want you to sacrifice your living. I don't want you to sacrifice your life to do this. You don't want to sacrifice your life now to have something later. So put a little bit aside for fun things too. Maybe 3% of your income if you like to go bowling, or you like to go out to eat, or you like to go to the movies, or maybe you want to save up for a little vacation. But put it in your budget so that you can do something that you're excited about, and you'll get those rewards now and not have to wait. And then you have that savings account, that wealth account. So what are we going to do with this wealth account? How are we going to find the money to put in there? Most of you probably could think of a few things right off the top of your head. Maybe we can get rid of cable. Maybe we could stop eating out twice a week, go down to once a week. Things like that. But you can even look deeper than that in places that you're going to be a little surprised. This was really, really hard for me. But what I want you to do is start looking at your debt. Don't look at the interest rates, just look at your debt. When paying your debt, I want you to figure out the lowest payment for each of the bills. So a lot of times if it's a charge card, it's already on there. Pay the minimum amount. Now, some of you are probably saying, yeah, but I've got 4 cards and I've been paying the maximum amount and I've been paying extra. So this is what I'm going to tell you to do there, because we do want to get out of debt, but you don't want to get out of debt and then not work on your wealth at the same time. So what I would recommend is take one of those bills, maybe the one with the highest interest rate, maybe the one that has the smallest amount left, you choose, and then put the extra money on that one, and then on the others pay the minimum amount. Now you're going to, hopefully, by doing that and moving things around, you may have a couple hundred extra dollars. That's the money that you're going to put into your wealth account. Once it's in that wealth account or savings account, and you have a chunk of money, then move it to something that will create cash flow. Now, it could be as simple as just moving it to a money market account. You could buy a 4-month CD or a 6-month CD, just something that's going to create more interest on that account and help it to grow. Now, it seems really slow and small gains in the beginning, but over time, this will keep on getting bigger and bigger. Then I want you to also invest your time into yourself, into your education. What do you need to be educating yourself about? Well, where are you going to invest your money eventually? There's real estate, there's cryptocurrency, there's stocks and bonds, there's CDs, there's annuities, there's all kinds of things out there. But I could tell you right now, there's a few of those things I have no interest in, I don't understand, and I don't want to invest that way. I love real estate. That's my favorite thing. And it was hard in the beginning. Our first place that we rented was a duplex, and we did have to do a lot of remodeling, a lot of hard work. It was even an hour away from our home, and we put a lot of hours into it. And then we got a couple renters here and there that weren't the best. It was almost stressful. Like we were saying, let's sell this thing. Finally, it worked out, and we've got 2 great renters, and every month those 2 checks come in. All of our expenses have been paid, and now it's profit, it's cash flow. And it was worth it. And it was like a 5-year process, but it was worth it. Now, as we keep increasing our cash flow, our net, and we keep increasing our rentals, there come to the time when we can hire other people to come in and do the remodeling, and we won't have to do that. It all started with investing money into that account and saving up that down payment. And that's what you need to do. Investing in yourself, you're going to take time to learn about types of investments and figure out what you want to do. Everybody's different, and you have to do something you're interested in. It's like reading a good book, right? If you're reading a book and you're not interested, what are you going to do? You're going to put it aside and not pay attention to it. And if you do that with your wealth, it's not going to increase. You have to stay on top of it, and you have to come up with a plan. So that's basically what I'd like you to do to start increasing your wealth. Robert Kiyosaki writes a great book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, where he totally changed my thinking about money and education. And I highly recommend that book. I do have a link down below, and it's a good starting place. And then start paying attention to money mindset, and then how you can invest. And then when you're ready to take that money that you've put into that account and invest in something, you'll have that knowledge ready to go. This is how most people have done it. They had to go in there and figure it out. This is the first step in your journey to wealth.